Hello, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while and I was extremely busy with school stuff at the end of this year. But yeah, in the end, I could return with another Gundam review. In this episode, I will talk about a variant of one of the most solid RG released by Bandai this year. This is the review of P-Bandai exclusive Real Great Sword Impulse Gundam from the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. As you may already guess, this kit is basically a recolor version of RG Force Impulse Gundam, which comes with different silhouette pack. The kit has 17 runners with around 80% of the part comes from the Force Impulse, except for these 4 runners, which replace the 4 silhouette and beam sabers of the previous kit. The assembly process is basically the same for most part of the kit, except of course for the sword silhouette pack. And yes, this kit comes with stickers, not water slides. And this is the fully assembled RG Sword Impulse with the panel lines and stickers applied on the kit. Like the previous Force Impulse, the Sword Impulse looks amazing with its unique color separation. Instead of the blue of Force Impulse, the red now becomes the main color scheme of the kit. If you compare the Force Impulse and Sword Impulse side by side, then you will see that there are no differences between these two mobile suits. Of course, because they're actually a single machine. Even the stickers were the same. Some parts of the kit anyway, like the silhouette flyer, have different markings. Anyway, what makes this kit stands out, as you can see, is the sword silhouette pack. It comes with a double Excalibur sword and a huge flash edge, the boomerang thing, on its backpack, which make the Sword Impulse look so badass. While you can say that the Force Impulse literally was the updated version of L-Strike, you cannot say the same for the Sword Impulse, because it looks so much different with Sword Strike, in so many ways. For other accessories, the Sword Impulse comes with almost everything the Force Impulse has, like the beam rifle, the shield, 8 sets of hands, core splendor with landing gears and missiles, action-based adapters, and a figure of Shin Asuka. Other than that, you also get a bunch of beam saber effects for Excaliburs and the flash edge. Anyway, 4 of these beam effects are actually leftovers and will not be used for the kit. Since it's the same machine, the articulation of Sword Impulse is identical with the Force Impulse. There are many articulated joints for the arms and legs, not solely just for posing, but also for a transformation gimmick. Speaking of it, the ridiculous but effective transformation of the Impulse Gundam is back, and is still solid like before. One small thing you should be aware of is the weaving. It was so delicate, so be very careful while moving the head. Now, let's talk the main highlight of this kit, the Sword Silhouette Pack. This pack consists of 3 parts, the backpack, the Excaliburs, and the flash edge. The backpack has some articulation points for the weapon containers, as well as for the transformation. The main weapons of the Sword Impulse, of course, are the Excaliburs. Despite the massive looks, these huge swords could be held by the Gundam without any issues, either by the single hand or by dual hands. And like the one in the anime, you can combine this sword into one dual-bladed sword, which looks extremely cool. The most important thing is, the kit has absolutely no problem to wield this form of Excaliburs because there are so many articulation points on its arm. You can even pose the arms while still holding the swords together. This simply shows how great the articulation of Impulse Gundam variants in the RG line. Last but not least, we have the Flash Edge Beam Boomerang, which just as badass as the Excaliburs. You can wield the weapon in its huge original form, or you can split them into double beam boomerangs, like the ones from the Justice or Destiny Gundams. You also has option to use either the long or short beam effects for the boomerang. And finally, it is time for verdict. Well, we can say that it is just basically a recolor variant of the Force Impulse with different backpack and main weapons. I personally think that the Sword Impulse is a better kit. It comes with most accessories Force Impulse has, and a backpack with more playing options. The Excaliburs could be wielded in so many ways. The flash edge was versatile and really fun to play with. The articulation was just great, and the transformation was solid like before. Of course, being a P-Bandai, it may be difficult to get this kit with a good price, so it is all your choice either to buy this or not. So that's all for the review for this episode. I hope I still have enough time to make a couple of videos before the end of this year, especially for the latest kits released in December. Anyway, thanks so much for your time to watch my video, and see you soon in another Gunpla review.